Hello everybody, welcome back to Greg Tech New Horizons, and I hope that you're ready for another episode. Let's get started. And one of the big things that we're going to be doing is, well, I'm actually out of fuel. Technically, I'm not out of fuel simply because, well, all of my creosote is all filled up, and that is because I was a bit of a goober, and I forgot to switch this bad boy back to being on our basic fluid canner. So that's something that we're going to be working on. It was connected to the low voltage battery charger just because I needed to charge it for the thingy over here to get this to work. Now I need to get plenty of steel. If we look at steel, this is one of the resources that I am low on all of a sudden. And let's look at stealing it. That is pretty much our only supply. Oh, we've got some more. Not really, though. Oh, yes. And one thing that I had realized is that one of the very important items that we lost was actually... we lost all of our gallium arsenide. I was editing the last video, and I noticed in the chest right next to it, we had all of our gallium arsenide. It's so sad. But that's okay. That's okay. You live and you learn. And I learned a lot. So, so sad. And one thing I want to talk about is what my plan is for the first machine that I build. And I'm going to come into, it's actually medium voltage. And let me show you a little thing that I want to make called the super chest. This can store up to 4 million items. I'm not sure how it works, but we're making it. Now, definitely one of the nicer things is that I never lost the advanced electrolyzer. The only one that I did lose is the chemical, advanced chemical reactor. So I did lose this, which is required for, 90% of our stuff, but I'm not as upset about it as I am if I were to have lost this. For the stainless steel dust, we need a ton of manganese. So I am going to be working on getting that as well. And I still do need more of some of the other resources, but I am not that worried about it quite as much. Like chrome is a bit of a pain to get, but I can just get chrome from our lovely ruby. So if I believe it's electrolyzing it, we'll give, let's see, electrolyzer. Yep. It'll give chrome. So, okay, so I just got all of the stainless steel dust that we needed. Problem is, well, we need more voltage. So if we look here, it requires a ton of voltage to do. So it takes 85 seconds at 480 EU per tick, or 60 seconds at 480 EU per tick, 80 EU per tick by adding oxygen gas. Oof. And for that, we need the medium voltage thingy for the high voltage recipe. So it's a high voltage recipe that's, not a huge deal, but that means we have to go down this for the medium voltage energy hatch. So kind of a fat rip, not a huge deal though. All right, we have a whole stack of electronic circuits and they are far away from anything over there. So I don't... And I'm also just going to grab this, and this. And what I do want to do is I want to make an assembly line for these. But I think until we get enough charcoal, it's gonna take a minute to do. So yeah, but we've got a ton of creosote. So not a huge deal. We can wait on that. Yeah. Boom. Super chest. Let's see, what does... Oh. Wait, but I can only do like one type? All right, let's test it with this. Oh. I mean... honestly, not terrible, because I can still just, hold a bunch of stuff that for resources that I don't particularly need. All right, I forgot to record me making it, but we got the advanced cutting machine. Yay. Now if we grab our, there it is, our wrench, we can grab the cutting machine and we can actually cut some wafers. Let's go into medium voltage. All right, and we need to cut some of these. Oh, we need to engrave them first. Oh, I don't wanna. Unstable tough binding. And then how about a sigil? I haven't found one of these, right? Oh, I just need to kill a wither? 100% chance. Oh, I mean, you know, who would I be if not someone that goes upon a tangent just so that I can get one thing, right? I could also probably find it in the dungeon, like the one over yonder. You know what? Now that I think about it, this has a, I think I can just replace this with our carbon one. Yes. All right, and we're back, and I have a good old bow now, or crossbow, I guess. Okay, well, I'm not sure how to repair it, but we're gonna go over to find a naga, and that shouldn't be too hard to do, other than, you know, the fact that this world has been scavenged to no end. Okay, all right, we're in. Now, I don't know how high I have to be, and I don't know if he's just going to ruin my day, but... Wait, what? What? Okay, I figured it out, and I think I've angered him, so I'm just going to keep shooting. Okay. All right. So you have to be within the boundaries of the location in order for it to count. Oh, I didn't know that, but I learned. I looked it up. Come on, get over here. Nice. All right. There we go. Okay, that should be plenty. But I might get one more just in case. I'll leave some for future people. Okay, we have everything. All I had to do was get an impregnated stick, which was simply just, you know, seeds in a fluid extractor. So that was pretty easy. So we're just gonna make it. There we go. Got our iron capped wooden wand. There's our quest. We need a tome of knowledge. Okay, enchant a book with our wand. I believe I have a bunch of books. Cool, welcome to forestry. And we got our Thaumanomicon. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I haven't messed with this in so long. Warp warnings. All right, let me read this. Okay, so it gates multiple other mods behind thaumcraft, which is actually really cool because that means I'll actually have to learn it. But blood magic, for example, it is forbidden magic, which is what causes warp. So that's not great, but I'm not that worried about it because apparently you need like, what was it? You need quite a bit, like spawn doppelganger, spawn enderman, like 80 warp until it actually starts getting real negative effects. But we don't want to get to 200 warp. That's gonna suck. Okay, so I thought that I'd, you know, keep a bit of an update. I don't know why I went looking for a nether fortress, but I found one. All right, that's pretty cool. So I am exploring this. It's not been looted. So as you can see, we're getting some gold horse armor and golden swords and stuff, which is good because we can get some gold out of him. And I like gold. I like a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Whoa. So I'm going to be picking up all this stuff, trying to, you know, I'm going to recycle it. Be a bit sustainable. What I'm really trying to get, I believe, is blaze rods, but I don't think I found a single blaze rod around here, like a blaze spawner. So I don't know if it's even an option. We're getting some nether wart. Oh, ooh, that's the thing I need. Bro just randomly spawn? Oh. Cool. Oh. Why am I so slow? Oh. Huh. That's funny. I don't know if I did that on camera. I doubt I did. I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera. But I'm getting the electrum for the, if we go to medium voltage, for this bad boy. It requires an emitter, and that's expensive. The emitter takes 2 of these bad boys, ender pearl, and some electrum. Electrum, pretty easy to get. We go to an alloy smelter, just some silver and gold. So the reason I'm trying to get a whole bunch of gold is just because, well, we're gonna burn through it pretty quick. Okay, I think I'm gonna make this bad boy. It's a cold jetpack. It's kind of pricey, as you would expect, but I have everything for it, I believe. Okay, I don't know if I made this on recording, but I have a small jetpack, and it is the, what is it called? The cold jetpack. And I'm gonna put it back on. Now I'm not sure how it actually works. So we're gonna figure this out. And I assume it's like, okay, so I think it needs to get to 100C first, and then it will start building up steam. 100, oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's quick too. So, oh yeah. Oh wow. That is decent too. Like, it's nothing crazy, but I mean, that's pretty good. All right, let's do the hissing machine. Oh, there it is. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Twilight Forest, and we're going to look at our, yes. So we have Aqua, Ignis, and Amber, which is one of the wonderful. All right. I just, you know, went through, mined a bit of the Aqua and Ignis and everything. And we've got a stack and a half of the Ignis. And then of the Aqua, I guess I have more of the Ignis. But I've got a decent amount of both of them. And I think that's just, you know, that'll be fine. So I am going to, you know, I think it's just going to be faster to just go home. Okay. I cannot find the air and what's it bucket to save my life. I found so many of these ones, like the Aqua, Ignis, and Amber. So many of those ones. I mean, you know, if I need diamond, oh boy, am I chilling. Okay, so I'm looking at some of these quests, and this is actually pretty good. SMD resistors can be used to make electronic circuits, and eventually, you know, the fancier ones as well. So, ooh, but they're like super cheap, and I've got tons of that downstairs. So I'm like, maybe we should do that. So we've got our super tank, and my primary goal is to simply just go like that, and it'll just pump in carbon monoxide. Yeah, there will be other things that I need to do with it, but I think it'll auto pump out. Yeah, fluid auto output. Okay. Pretty sick. I did the thing again. I accidentally made everything without even showing like the process of it. So all it was, really simple. I mean, you know, emitters. Oh, I didn't get that quest. All right. I'm revamping the entire base. This, I don't want to do this again. Whole base is getting redone. So what that means is, I mean, luckily everything is far away. I am going to actually spread out the base. I'm going to put probably storage right there, low voltage along here, medium voltage probably right about there. And then over here will just be for power and our water so that we have a decent, you know, setup for that. And this is shut down just so that this doesn't explode as well. Luckily, we didn't lose too many machines, so, you know, count our blessings. That's all I can say. So I'm going to move everything. This is going to get moved to somewhere central just so that it's something that we can easily swap out. I'm thinking, so storage is going to be over there. I mean, is that going to be the best spot for storage though? Probably, I think storage should be central. So where the cows are kind of should be where that's at. So let me grab the lasso. And before anyone says anything, yes, I also believe that that was stupid. I accidentally put a bending machine, basic bending machine on the medium voltage one. So I am currently just kind of, it hasn't hit me yet. So I got to go get mica. I got to get a whole bunch of stuff because I got to get the mica based pulp and that's going to be so much fun. So let me just murder these guys like that. And I will keep you up to date as we go. And as soon as we finish, I'm ending. Okay. It's sad. It's happened twice now, but we have a lot of chlorine now, so we can actually get a lot of polyethylene from that. So I'm not as disappointed. Oh, of course that one broke. But we have an extra maintenance hatch, so that's okay. You'd think I would have gotten that ages ago. But I guess not. I'll probably just do this for an hour and I'll see you in the morning, but I'm going to continue on. We're going to do a time lapse actually. That's going to be way easier. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I got some zinc gravel. I have a lot of zinc gravel, actually. I should be able to macerate this to get different types. But I'm going to go to bed. This is going to go for right about 4 hours. And then I'll come back. And hopefully I'll have plenty of resources. So in here, I should eventually get... I'm just going to take those out for now. Because I need this. Yes, zinc gravel ore. I want that to be done as soon as possible. So I'm going to wait on that. And I'll see y'all in a minute. Chances are this is just going to be a lot longer of an episode. So be ready for that. Well, I guess you can already tell before I can, can't you? So, if the episode is 2 hours long, well, yeah, that's what it took. Actually, I'm gonna I gotta get better about straight lines. Whenever I play with friends, they don't take kindly to the way I do piping. Ah, that's much nicer. Yeah, so I'm thinking we do a pipe all the way down to there. And what I'm thinking we can do is have subsections of this. So we have our main steel tank, and then we just have multiple attached to it. So we have one, I don't know, like within this wall, we have one within, like for each voltage level, I'm thinking. And then that'll act as the buffer for each section. If we're not piping enough, then it's because of the actual pipe. It's not because of anything else. All right, we are back, and just overnight, all of the ores that I was trying to work with have all been nice and, well, worked on. And I've got some rock salts being purified. I'm not really worried about this right now just because, well, we don't really need rock salts right now. But the aqua crystals are being purified as well. And that will give us some, I believe it has a chance, yeah, of giving us the aqua crystal powder as well. Now, I think that that's everything. Yeah, okay. And I am just going to get back to the time lapse. I think that is the best thing that we can do. What we need to do next is actually go grab our resources for the EBF. EBF is going to be one of the biggest things we have to get back up and running because I need to make all of the mica-based pulp and everything. And I think I have enough asbestos. Asbestos, there we go. I guess I paused. I'm such a goober. I had meant to restart not restart, but stop being muted. So let's chat about everything that's happened so far. Now, I am getting some copper nickel real quick, just because we need it for this bad boy. We need 2 stacks of it. And actually, oh, I have plenty. Perfect. So now I'm going to come down to here. I also need this bad boy. We're just going to grab 2 stacks for now. I don't remember how much we actually need. And I believe it's on 8. Oh, and we need 10. Technically, we only need like 8, but I'll throw it in here afterwards and we won't have to worry about it. Now we put that in there. And let's see here. On 3? Yes. 3. And there we go. We're going to get all of our copper nickel we need. And then we can place it down on here. All right, now this thing is solely dedicated to the torture of the Enderman. So, yay. Very cool. Let's go. We got it. We got the thing we needed. I'm also doing an amber one. So I think it was amber. Or was it topaz? Topaz! Which I think is the same. Yeah, same as amber. What is it good for? Simple SOC wafer. Yeah, it looks like the simple SOC is kind of the main one. The nice part is that if we need more of the exquisite, is we can just use this guy to turn 3 flawless emerald into 1 exquisite emerald. So it's pretty rare still, but it won't be as bad as it has been. Which is, you know, that's like 90% of the thing. Wait. I did the thing again. So let me just give a quick update. So I have been making ultra low power ICs. These bad boys, we're going to use for not that one, for the medium voltage energy hatch, which is just ultra low power IC, these fine aluminum wire, and medium voltage and lubricant cells. So really cheap. I'm not worried about it, and it doesn't take okay. I didn't explode, so it's probably fine. I don't know what causes that, because I hear something like that like every once in a while. Again, I haven't exploded yet, so it's probably fine. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just putting iron and some, where's my oxygen? Right there. Some oxygen in there so that I can get raw iron. And we're going to turn that off. That should last us for quite a few of them, but that'll give us a good share of our, this will just make actually getting more raw iron a lot easier, because I mean, you know, we're not going to be fighting to get the raw iron in the first place. And so we can make more. How many circuits do we have? We have 15 circuits. Okay, that's not great, but that's also not terrible. I need more arsenic. I'm doing pretty good on gallium, I believe. Yeah, that's all of my gallium. So I have 7 gallium. I just need arsenic now. Yep, real gar dust. Amount per chunk, so there should be 32 per chunk in the nether. And that can give us impure piles of realgar or crushed realgar ore. That's pretty solid. Yes. Beautiful. Now, where to put them? I'm thinking, so this can accept 128 128 each. So I'm thinking just like that. And then we just have 2 of the advanced steam boilers hook up directly into it. Okay, we have everything for both of them, so we can just do that. And there are both of our advanced steam turbines, and I'm going to grab this wrench. And now I believe with the rest of our steel, we need to use it to actually pull our steel this way. And it's unfortunate that that is right there. That's kind of, I mean, I guess we can just shift this to the right one. That's not a big deal. All right, we don't have quite enough power generation yet to do the stainless steel dust. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll actually transition to using steel. Okay, this is what I'm thinking we'll use to get the rest of the power, because it requires so much and it's not going to be constantly running. I don't think that that would be a huge deal to do. We're going to favorite that. We're going to add that to our queue, and we're going to make 2 of them. We need to start automating our fuel lines. And then we can do the big, the big super chests, but for the super tanks, I think that'll be solid. Because I also don't think that this will be able to keep up if I do three of the steam ones, 4 of the steam ones. Ugh, that's so many. We're going to have to transition over to using primarily fuel rather than just steam. We can't be in the steam age forever. I am going to use the steam age stuff to run all of my low voltage stuff, but medium voltage, I think that's where we'll transition over to using primarily our fuel, because low voltage, it doesn't consume a lot of steam for how much output we get. Like for this, actually, I think we can just look at steam turbine. Yeah, so fuel efficiency, 2 liters of steam equals 1 EU. So we're only using 32 EU per tick just to keep the whole thing running. This is 75% fuel efficiency. So yeah, I mean, this is really nothing. But it's when we get over to a higher tier that steam just isn't worth it for long-term sustainability. So I think that's the strat. Okay, so after looking at some of the different types of methods for transporting steam, I think that we're going to swap over to using Potten for everything. So let's take a look at what that costs. I've been looking at some recommendations from online, and this seems like the easiest one. So in order to get it, it's just Potten dust, which in a mixer, it's just bronze, lead, and tin. Tin is going to be the hardest part of this because we're out of tin. So I'm going to go grab some. Okay, so I should have enough to do a few of these. So it's tin, bronze, and lead. And then I don't remember, did I need any fluid? No, it just needs to be on 13. Let's put on 13. Turn off this sound because that's annoying. And it actually goes pretty quick, so that's really good. And we get 5 for it. So we have almost enough for a large one of those. And the lead is kind of where we're at a stalemate. I need to purify this, so I'm going to just macerate it, and then this we can smelt without having to worry about anything. Because sulfur is so abundant, I don't care for doing anything with sulfur. Okay, this is our last of the Potten, and if we come over and just place it, you'll see, actually I want to put it right there, and it's a perfect little seal, just dandy. But this is all done, and later I will make more of this because long live high-powered pipes. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know. I always appreciate seeing comments, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Some plans for next episode. I want to automate the production of the, what's it called? It's the stuff required for wafers to make the bullies, bules. There we go. No, it was a bully. It was a bully. So the silicon solar grade wafer, we can apparently do a closed loop with 2 chemical thingies, an electrolyzer. So we'll probably do that. And then next episode, we are going to automate the process of piping oil over here, and also powering that oil will be a requirement as well. So we're going to figure out how are we going to power that. I'm thinking chances are it's going to be just a simple combustion generator, and we're just going to call it a day there. But we'll pipe over probably via small Potten pipes, something like that, and we'll just pipe over fuel with that. It won't be very difficult, and hopefully we can get this all solved. I might kind of do a crawl space up here that we can utilize to, walk around a little bit more easily. But that's it. there's not a whole lot that I can do until then. I'm mostly waiting on resources, for example, for all this to be done. But that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.